so here we're back at my 2015 Chevy Tahoe. This is the LT model. Has roughly 166,000 miles on it, somewhere in that area. So I recently changed out this lower radiator hose right here, and I was believing that the leak was somewhere in this T-fitting right here. The coolant was right here, and I wasn't able to feel any radiator fluid, any coolant running from here, or along here. So my assumption was that's where it was isolated to. But after changing that out, and I have a YouTube on that, me changing that out, so feel free to look. Hit the like button or hit the subscribe button. Take a look at some of the other ones that I've been doing on the 2015 Chevy Tahoe. But back to business here. When I went out this morning, there was another leak running down the garage out there again, in the same spot. So I'm wondering, what the hell? So I took a look, and I think I may have misdiagnosed it. I think I may have missed it. Let me get my flashlight here. And so what I believe it is, really what it looks like, it's the coolant tank itself, the coolant tank right here. I did see some, I'm not sure if you can see it down there, I did see some moisture down up in there, although it's kind of hard to see here. I don't think you're going to be able to see it, but I did see some moisture down up in that area. And so there it is. You can kind of see it right there. You can kind of see the wet spot, I think, right down there. So I believe there's probably a crack up in there someplace. I can see a little puddling down up in there too as well. So I'm just going to change this out. Should be a pretty quick and easy one. I can clamp off these two holes right here. Clamp off that one down there. Look like it's just one bolt to come out, and should be able to get this changed out. Amazon was going to be delivering it for like a week. So I went to Advanced Auto and got a replacement one for 60 bucks. So I should do it right here. That's it right there, 60 bucks. Comes with the cap and everything. It's a dormant one. There is the part number in case you need it right there. And I got some extra coolant too. These at Menards, the coolant is only $10 a bottle there. So that's part's pretty cool. And so I'm going to, we're going to change that on out, okay? All right, so this is how we're going to do this. So I have my different clamps to clamp off the hoses to lose as little coolant as possible. I have my 10mm with an extension and my ratchet, and I have my flathead. I also have my bucket down here to catch any fluid that we may lose through the process. So I believe technically I could remove this without removing the air box, but I'm going to remove the air box because it's going to give me easier room to clamp off this hose, the shiny hose right here. And then I think just pulling it out and putting the new one back in is going to give me cleaner access. So let's start off with getting this air box on out of here, okay? We'll pop that little clamp up over here, the red little tab, and then push it in, down, up in there. Remove that, get that out of the way. And then we're going to take our flathead and unscrew this right here a bit. Work this off. Now at this point, there should be this little part right here just pops out with a little clip right there. All right, so we'll get that out of our way. And then at that point, we should have no problem being able to just wiggle this on up and out of here, get it out of the way. Watch out, you have lines and stuff that there that the corner may catch on to, so if you're having any resistance, just look around before man down, alright? There we go. Alright. So there's the air box. So now we're going to clamp off this hose down here. And we want to clamp off these two up here as well. Alright, oh, one last thing I didn't get with these pliers. Grab these just to be safe, but get the needle nose. Alright, so let's first get both of these off up here. That's broken free by twisting it a bit. Same over here. And we'll pull those off. Set those off to the side. As well. Now we're going to do this one. Now we're going to get some coolant leak down, lost down here because there's still a little fluid in there. As you see, you know, the level is normally up to about here, so you can see how much coolant I lost. I just want to make sure my bucket isn't a spot there. Catch as much of that fluid as possible. And so now, for this one down here, I'm going to use my needle, my vice grips. They just seem to grab a bit better and hold it. Close them up a little bit here. I'm actually seeing fluid leak out of there right now. It's actually leaking out the hose right there. And I think I see a crack. Let me see if I can see it. You see that? I think is that a crack or is that just fluid? Dry fluid. I think it's just dry fluid. We'll examine it once we get it out of there to determine if that's a crack or if it's just a natural crease in that area. But for now, we're going to remove this nut right here. I said nut, but I meant bolt. Remember, this is a 10 millimeter. Remember, I'm doing this with one hand, people, so with patience. That was very loose. this. Not too often a bolt on a car in Wisconsin is easy to screw out. I wonder if that was screwed into something type of plastic because it was so easy. There it is there. Now I believe that's really it, but we'll find out as I try to move this. Well, no, there's one back here, the back here. I should have looked at the new one. I saw that right away. You see that one? Come back, that's by the battery, all right? So, and that's also a 10 millimeter. There. There we go. That's a nut, not a bolt. Now let's see if that allows for it to come out. See, there we go, right there. Let me get my catch bucket. Pour that fluid in there. That way I can examine this a little more to see exactly what do we have. That's what I'm suspecting right over here, this area. It's hard to tell. I'm going to examine this more out as I look at it more. I'm going to put in the updates if I find an actual crack. So if I look on here, look in the same area, seeing how does it look. All right, so let's put the new one in. Space over here, get those leaves out of there. I'd say it feels a bit flimsier than the factory one, I would say. This Dorman one, so it's your call on which one you guys go with ultimately. Let me cut that off of there. Back up in there. Go. this little spot. This point, this back on. Tighter. Well, I'm going to scooch up a little bit more. All right, so I don't believe this clip right here is releasing all the way like it should. And this little knot thread here kind of holds it open for you. And it kind of, I think it's just a little stuck up. It's kind of stuck up a little bit. So it's not letting this close all the way out to get full tension on this hose. So what I did, I just got a typical worm gear style clamp and put it on there. Redundancy is always good in my opinion. It's like a backup. So just to make sure I don't have a leak at this point, I added this on there. So now I'm going to take these hoses and over here, and I'm going to put them back on. And as you can see, there's the word front on here, front, and you can see the word front on here, front, rear. So make sure to put them back on the way they belong. So that one will go back on there. Back there. I dropped my little light down over here, so I'll get that back out. Alright. And these goes back on. I think it's okay to go ahead and take this off now. Same with this one. Hose clamp back on there. Alright, clamp there. And now I'll go ahead and remove this one here. Now we'll go ahead and start filling her up with a bit of antifreeze. Starting to pour back in, so it's a good idea to clamp that off. You see that? So we'll fill this back up, start her up, turn the heat on high, and let her warm up, let the thermostat open up, and top her off as we need be, check for leaks, and that should be a wrap. If you like what you just saw, hit the like button, and please hit the subscribe button, because I have YouTube for also working on my Tahoe for other things as well.